Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video I am going to talk about the mistakes what we do when we doing our chef skill assessment, chefs or cook skill assessment. Most of the people do these common mistakes where I have also done these common mistakes. I don't want to anyone to do the same mistake that what I did when I am doing my skill assessment. Okay, so please follow this video from start to end so that you never do this mistake when you're doing your chef's skill assessment or cook's skill assessment if you are trying for a job in Australia. Okay, chef job or cook job, that's fine, doesn't matter. So if you are a chef or a cook and if you are coming to Australia for a job, then you need to do skill assessment. That is the compulsory and mandatory things we have to do it. So in that case, you know that I have various videos that how to do the skill assessment. Skill assessment is done by the Trade Recognition of Australia, where they have the approved registered trade organization like William Inglis Institute or Betasis or Australia Trade Training College. So in these three you have to do your skill assessment. So only the skill assessment is valid for the immigration purposes if you do by any of these three registered trade organization. Other than that, it won't valid if you do with any other registered trade organizations if you are willing to come to Australia for any job purposes in the immigration thing. So the thing like people make the common mistakes is that they first of all start when they start to inquire that how to come to Australia, they look for the pages or they go look for the videos and ideas in the social medias or some maybe going through their friends. So most of the people get trapped by the fake agents or fake migration agents. I have the relevant video of the same thing which I am telling again and again. The reason why I am telling this thing is like most of the people still getting struck with those fake agents. Okay, so when you're doing this, you have to know two things: that if you start your skill assessment process, it will take at least 1 or 1.5 months to get completed. If your document is perfect, if everything is perfect, it may take like 3 weeks to 1.5 months to get your all the process of the skill assessment to get complete if you're going through in a proper way by contacting the registered trade organization, either Betasis or William Inglis or Australia Trade Training College. But if you go through an agent and if it is going more than 3 months or more than 2 months, you have to keep start inquiring with them that what's going on really. Don't get trapped with these fake agents. There are some agents in most of the places, especially in India also. I have noticed that one or two places, one in South India and another one in North India. So be careful with those agents because they having a very good video in the social media that, oh, my client, he got the work permit visa in 11 days, my client got the work permit visa in 14 days. All those things are like very fake thing. It is very easy for the chef to get visa in 11 days or 10 days for the work permit visa or a 482 temporary skill shortage visa. But the thing is like you have to do your skill assessment properly and you have to do your IELTS or PTE properly. So it is not only for the visa. First process is the skill assessment, that you have to finish it on time. So if your skill assessment is going more than 2 months, you have to start inquiry with them. Okay, start asking them the details that how they are going with the process. So the total charges will be like $3,200 for doing the skill assessment. Plus if you are going to the any migration agent or anything, they may take whatever they want but not more than $1,000, I think so. Because for filing the skill assessment, I think the reasonable charge for the migration agent is $1,000 to $1,200. But it depends on the migration agent. Some, if they do the process with them, they reduce their charges as well. So you have to inquire with them before you doing the skill assessment with someone else. You have to first ask them questions that how long the process will take, and if it is going more than 2 months, you have to ask them that what's going on with your documents. And your document submission also is matters, because if your document is not submitted properly, it take long days to get approved for the stage one. So it may take more than 4 months. So that is a different thing. But all your documents are arranged properly and submitted properly, but still you unable to get your skill assessment done in more than 2 months, which means you are gone trapped with any fake agents or something. See, for doing the skill assessment, if you have definitely a skill, you can directly contact the registered trade organization and you can directly inquire with them. Okay, first step, you can directly contact them and you can tell them your queries and you can send them your resume. They will let you know that what you have to do. You can do directly with them. You don't need any migration agent. But at the same time, if you hire a migration agent, that is also not a wrong thing. You definitely should hire a migration agent if you're not confident in submitting your documents. So if you're not confident in submitting your documents, if you should definitely hire a migration agent. But when you hire a migration agent, you have to be very careful in choosing the migration agent. That does this agent has done skill assessment successfully for another client, and how much they are charging, and is the charge is reasonable charge, or if any of the people are suffered because of this migration agent. These kind of things you have to come through and you have to check these things. In case if your migration agent is doing like more than 4 months or 5 months, you have the file number or receipt number, and you have to know that any of these three registered trade organization only they are doing. You can directly call the customer service number and you can check with them with your file number. One of my friend recently checked his file number with Australia Training College in North India, and he realized that his agent not even submitted his documents for 6 months. After 6 months only he realized that his document was not getting submitted, but he paid fees like $2,000. See, that is why you have to look your files before you're submitting and do these things with the proper migration agent so that you won't get fooled. And if you are aware of these things, then you will be all right. And also very important thing is that if you are a chef, do the chef skill assessment. If you are a cook, do the cook's skill assessment. You worked as a sous chef or head chef or head chef de partie for last 3 or 4 years, and if your migration agent telling you to do the skill assessment for the cook, please don't do it. If you are a chef, do the assessment as a chef. There is no difference at all in the exam. Okay, all the fees are same, all the questions asked are same, only 4-5 management topics is different. Other than that, 85% of the topics are same where you ask the questions in the interview. So if you are a chef, worked as a head chef or sous chef or chef de partie, chef de cuisine for last 3 years, never ever do your skill assessment as a cook. Please, I'd advise this. You know why? I made the same mistake. I worked as a sous chef, I worked as a head chef de partie for 4-5 years, and when my migration agent told me that my migration is not a migration agent, he is a fake agent, I got trapped with him, and he told me to do the assessment for the cook. The reason is he said that if you Australia will not consider the people who work in the cruise line as a sous chef or anything. They start from the scratch. He said like that. I believed him. Finally, he led me. He not put me in trouble. I put me in trouble because I trust him. It's my mistake at the end of the day. But I don't want anyone to get struggle like same like me. It take another 4 years for me to get the chef skill assessment done and upgrade as a chef. Here in Australia, you have to know only one thing. If your visa is like a cook, they cannot give you the chef job and they cannot give you the chef pay. Okay, most of the employer will not do that. So if you come here as a cook, you will be here as a cook until your visa expire. Okay, there is no way of chance of promotion unless your employer is willing to do it. But if you are working as a chef, please come here as a chef. Don't come here as a cook. If you are working as a cook for last 3 years, you're doing the cook skill assessment, that's a different story. You are starting the career, that's a good for you. You are doing your proper occupation in the cook, that's fine. But upgrading your level to a chef and coming down to a cook and doing the skill assessment a cook. Don't do that. Same like me. So this is the lesson I learned from my mistake. So I am explaining this again and again. I am pushing this word. I am pressing this word here. Please, chefs, don't do your assessment as a cook if you work as a chef in your previous place. I think this video and this particular word will help all of you to do the proper skill assessment, to choose the proper migration agent. And any doubt in this, you can message me. I can reply all. But the thing is, like, I cannot give any migration advice because I am not a migration agent, but I can share my experience and knowledge what I am telling you now. Okay, so please follow my channel and follow my page in Facebook. So see you all. Thank you very much.